Hello soulmates. So in this tutorial I want to show you how to achieve this neatly done printing, right? It's a pin print. It's not the border one, just these smaller ones. So I want to take you through the process on how I achieved the neatness you are seeing right here without gumming the fabric, and then also show you how to place it to match at the center of the armhole, or the shoulder, because this is meant to be on the right hand panel of your outfit. Then I will show you how to cut the neck, your armhole line without this printing, changing the shape of the fabric. So if this sounds like what you want to learn, kindly watch this video to the very end, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So let's get to the main cutting proper. So this is a full lecture on how to do the pin stripe, which I made, I think, yesterday. Now, first and foremost, you have to measure your chest value. So the chest we have for this outfit is 43. So 43 is 10 3/4. Then extra 1.5 inch or 2 inches for your inseam allowance, plus extra 2.5 inch again, right? Because each of those stripes, each of those pins, pleats is around 1/2 inch or 0.25, depends on how big you want it to be. So once you have gotten to this, then you take out your top length. Now, any top length you decide to use is your choice. So here, 35-inch top length plus 4, 39. So I will cut out at 39 inches. So you are going to, first of all, cut out this in a block form. Like, you will bring out the panel of the front panel where you are going to do the pleat on. So you just have to, first of all, cut it out in a block form. Don't cut the neck yet. Don't cut the armhole or anything. Just cut it in a block form all through this way. Then you go over to your machine, and then I will show you how to achieve the pleats. Should be as tiny as possible and also as straight as possible. So let's go to the machine proper. So before you go to the machine, you have to iron the center line. You iron, because whatever we are doing in make clothing, you must iron so that to achieve a neat result. You iron the center line, and then after the ironing, you take half of this, like you fold, where you want the pleats to start from. Bear in mind that the pleat should be at least 3 inches away or 2 inches away from the neck edge, so that it doesn't enter the neck, except you want yours to be in front. So I want mine to be at the neck edge. So possibly what I will do is, from this center fold, I'll mark 3 inches here, and that 3 inches will be my guide, to fold again. So I fold this maybe to that 3 inches point or less than that. So this is just a measure I use to achieve a neat and a straight pleat. So once you have gotten your folding correctly, then you iron here again. So this line you're ironing now is where your pleats will start from. I call it pin pleat, because of how tiny it is. But if it was the border one, they have a border pleat and they have a tiny pleat. So I call this pin pleats. So this is what I just ironed. So you make sure as well the measurement you iron is correct, by remeasuring all through the very end. Then let's go to the machine and then start doing our pleats. So now you start the stitching from that line you have ironed. Make sure you stitch at the tip. You don't need to fold. Gum, right? Just stitch from there at the tip. Stitch at the tip all through. Make sure that your hands are or is straight enough. Now please watch to the very end. I will show you how to get the second line even without ironing, and I will show you how to make the line to be straight, because one of the problems most people face is that their pleating or that their sewing is not straight, and the gap in between the lines will not be even. So I will show you as well how to get the second one, and it must be at the center. Must be at the must be equal. Like the lines must be equal from beginning to the end. So now this is the first one I have sewn. Look at it. This is the first one, right? You see how tiny it is. Now let me show you how to get the second one. Then to get the second one, you know that we are pleating outwards, like towards the smaller version, and not to the middle part, because the neckline will take something of this nature. Do you get? So this point now is the last one that will come towards the direction. So the rest will go outwards towards the smaller panel of the outfit. So what then do you need to do? You have to now hold this from this other end this way, then fold. As you're folding this way, the footer of your machine, like the machine footer, will lap at the end of this first one while you stitch the second one. So that's how you get the second stitch very, very relaxed. So you make sure you fold a tiny something, like very, very minute, this way. So the machine footer is resting on top of the one or very close to the first one you made, like something of this nature, right? So you must make sure the machine footer is resting on that one while you create the second pleat, and then you arrange. So you stitch from here. So this is how you will do the rest of them, like as many as you want. You will do the rest of them as many as you want. Do the rest of them. Don't allow the machine footer to move out from that point that you have planned for it. So you carefully arrange it. As you are doing this, please don't be in a haste. You know, you have to, this is something that your finishing will show. If you get it where, you will know. If you fail it as well, you will also know. So don't be in a haste, because if you're in a haste, you end up losing it and losing it. And losing that, losing this at this stage is not ideal, because of it might injure the fabric, because of how little and tiny it is, right? So you just need to be patient while doing this. So you stitch all through to the very end. So you repeat the third one as well. You will do as many as you want. So most times, you know, I do like 5, 6, you know, just make it to be pronounced, you know. So this is the second one. Look at it. You see how it all came out. I'll also show you how to iron. Then do the third one by the same formula, folding it all through this way, and then making sure that the same size you used earlier is what you are using again. And like I said, how do you determine that? By lapping the machine footer beside the first one you did, while the tip of the fabric is exactly at the underneath of the needle point. Just this way, right? Just this way, right? So if you lap your machine footer there, you carefully hold it. So you just, you know, take your time gradually. So if most people were asking me to draw the illustration, so I do hope this video will go a long way to help a lot of you out there that wants to learn how to do this. The only thing you will do for me in this video is always to like my video, share it, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you're a first-time viewer, please subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, you are highly welcome. So also comment and tell me where you're watching from. So let me know where I have more fans, like represent your state or your country, you know, in the comment section. So liking my video will not take anything, just to show appreciation and to also help my video go viral on Facebook for more people as well to discover it, and also join us on this platform where I share free knowledge, unadulterated, unedited, like direct recording. I don't do cut and join. I do my videos to go straight up on my channel, right? So this is one of the best channels you can come across on YouTube as regards to male fashion designing. And I have been here for several years. I think up to 10 years plus now. I've been on YouTube. So this is the third one. You see, you see how beautiful it is. This is the third one. This is the third one. So I will continue doing it. Let me do the fourth one. So I think you just need to watch me achieve all of them, so that you will not think I had any other trick I used. So this is how I do it. I carefully, you know, handle this. And at the end of the day, I'll also show you how to position it, because you need to also make sure that this does not alter the pocket region of your outfit. You know, the pocket stays on the left. So at this stage now, we don't know if this is left or right, but I will show you how to get the left or right. So that's why I said don't cut the neck or armhole, because this will end up shrinking the fabric by some inches. That was why I added extra 2.5 or 3 inches to the width of the fabric unfold. So you go all through this whole procedures. You know, you will be glad that you watched this video today. So you can actually drop a timestamp of when you're watching this video. Just comment the date and the time you are using to watch this video, so I will also know when I have more viewers online, and also see how I can help make more videos available for you guys on this channel. So stitch all through this way. So this is the 4th one. So I'm going for the 5th one, and I think I will stop on the 6th one. It's my decision. If you want to do 10 pleats, it's your choice and your time. And also make sure you add at least 5 inches extra to whatever measurement you have, plus extra inseam allowance of 1.5 or thereabout, depends on what you add when drafting. So this is as simple as ABCD. I have seen most people, battle with this, like their pleats are not straight. Their pleats are not straight, and they are not sizable enough. Like the size is outrageous. So the beauty of this kind of stocks is for you to have a moderate and a perfect finishing. So you keep on adjusting this. Keep on adjusting this until though they have a footer, they have a machine foot they use in doing this. Actually, they have a machine foot. I think it's being sold as accessory. So if you know you cannot afford to handle this by manually this way, you can make do by getting the machine footer, and it does the folding for you. All you need to do is to pedal the machine. So, but I don't have the money now to get the machine footer, so that's why I'm using the manual, and I have gotten used to this. And this method I am using is actually more tasking actually, right? It also shapes your mindset in detailing. Like it shapes your mindset in detailing. You kind of compare yourself to be perfect, to be like that machine footer effect. So if I had not shown you this manually now, you would have known or seen, look at how beautiful this is. I will also show you how to iron. So I'm doing the 6th one, that's the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can do as many as you want, but don't forget to add enough measurements on your fabric so that you don't ruin the joy of this effect. So you make sure you add enough fabrics, enough measurements to the fabric. If you are doing more than 6, so don't add 2 inch anymore, add like 4, 5. But because I like mine to be around 5 to 6, it's kind of not too much, not too small as well. It's kind of ideal, right? So you keep on folding, making sure that you arrange all of this. So if you actually want to sew some clothes, you must not really make it to be plain, right? This can be done on pockets, on flaps, and even back panel, right? Back facings, back outfit. It can also be done vertically or horizontally, depends on the choice. So you can twist this in your taste. It can also be done diagonally, like diagonally on Jonkoso fabrics. So anyhow you want to do it, it's okay. Just achieve a neat result. That's all you owe yourself. So now we are done with this. So let's go and iron. So it's also important to see or watch how to iron, because ironing is also another effect that we want to achieve with this. Look at how beautiful this is. You see that? So let's go and iron. So in the ironing now, the first thing you need to do is to bring your iron board. Like this ironing board is a whole lot. Like it helps me to do most of my finishings. So I recommend you get it as well. I think it's being sold for 13,000 naira. I bought from online, I think with Telefix, yeah. So this one I asked back for him is just to recommend where you can get it or elsewhere. So iron from the back first. Then I use steam iron. I use two iron steam iron. So it's one of my best irons I have come across with. I use it to iron my outfits, and it gives me a neat result. So when ironing it, you tend to stretch the edge more so that you can open up all the spaces in there. You iron from the back just this way. As you can see, you iron nicely from the back. So you iron from the back just this way. So as you're ironing all through, you make sure everything is relaxed. Just watch the outcome from the front. Don't bother, just watch the outcome from the front, right? You iron. So now, see the first effects or the first finishing effects that we are getting from our ironed little pleats. So now you do the final ironing from the front. And when ironing, you have to push all of them to one direction, and it's advisable that you push them towards the inside of the outfit. Like use the iron tip to push them to one direction. Push them to one direction this way. So you see how it's coming out. You see how the pleats are coming out. So carefully, you iron all of them. So this is one of the simplest things you can help yourself to do. Then I will show you as well how to now place it very well in cutting the piping and in cutting the neck depths, the neck and armhole, and every other drafting stage, because you should also be careful with where you place all of this on. So they don't go and place it at the pocket region. That's the left part. This should be on the right. This should be on the right part. The pocket is always on the left, right? So this should be on the right part of your outfit. So see the finishing. You see how beautiful this looks, right? You see how beautiful this looks. You see, so clean, like you can even feel it from here. You can feel the cleanness from here. See how clean and how strong it feels. Look at it. This one is a very nice finishing. Now once you have done this, now like I said, you now have to place to cut the armhole and neckline. So when you are folding your fabric, if you fold this way, anything on any fabric that is facing up like this part is the right part, while the one under is the left. But if you mistakenly place this down this way, it has spoiled the work. You get? Because this one here will be on the right, while this one will be on the left. As long as your neckline is on your left hand side. It is only when your neckline is on the right hand side, like if you draft from here, like if you draft your neckline from this region, you get, that's when you have your this place in this form that will make this pleat to be on the right. But if your neckline is on the left, your neckline is always here. You have to place this way, like in this form. So my neck, I like my neck, I draft from left to right. You get? So now I've already told you that you mark out your baseline and then mark your 4 inches, and you get your what's it called, your folding allowance, 4 inches this way. You fold this way, right? And then let's move the video closer so you can see properly. So now you do your neck calculation. So the neck I have is a neck of 6.5. So you divide by 6 and minus 0.3. Mark your neck measurement on the width. add half to that to get your depth. So I have taught us this before on the platform on my channel as well. So do well to check the video on how to mark or draft the neckline. And the shoulder I have is a shoulder of 18 and a half, plus half to join the sleeve. That makes it to be 19. Then place this way, mark all through this form, then slant the top by 2.5, which I have told us before. I'm just trying to show you how to do this. So, and the chest we had is a chest of 43, and we are doing 3/4 sleeve. So we're going to divide 43 by 4 and minus 1. So 43 by 4 is 10 3/4. Minus 1 is 9 3/4. So such cases, I'll mark at 9.5 for my armhole depth. Then connect all through this way, and then bring my chest measurement 10 3/4 this way, and then mark extra 1.5 or 2, you get, and then come down in slanted form like this. Then use my armhole curve, connect my neck curve from here this way, then connect my armhole 1/2 inch in with a curve just like this. Then I will now take out the allowance on the side seam down straight to my slit opening at the side, 7 inches high from the 4 inches here. And then I will cut out this outfit. So let me cut out and show you the next thing to do. Now, you cut the neckline first. Now, carefully cut all of this. Cut this to this very point. Cut all through this way. Now let's cut out the baseline. So the baseline also needs to be cut out at once, so don't forget it. So cut out your baseline. So now, if you observe, we have finished cutting. Now let's see what we have achieved. You see how neat and how fine this is, right? So this is on the right hand side and well centralized on the armhole region. You see how beautiful this looks. So now you now go ahead, do your flap, pocket designs, and do your sewing proper. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel.